it's so important to have a plan, and any business has a plan, and you need some hard empirical data. I mean, if we were in the sales business here and our sales were down, we'd need to know how much we were down and then how many more sales we needed to create to get to the goal that we needed to improve our bottom line. So it's almost as though we're running a business here, and Kevin's the business, and we've got someone coming in and looking at the figures and saying, okay, if you want to achieve this in your goals, then you need to do this, 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 and this. And that's not my opinion, that's fact. So the good thing is that when you put something like that in place and you see a little bit of traction, as in a decent season or a win or top finishes, or a lot of the goals that you set the previous years come to fruition, then you know that you're really onto something and you can really fine-tune that.
Now we're really dialing in TrackMan, you know, with the combine, with working on really dialing in not only your full shot. Let's say your full 7-iron goes whatever, 165 yards. Okay, let's work on a shot for a 7-iron to go 157 yards. Let's work on your 7-iron to go 147 yards, and then what that feels like. Is it a 3/4 to 3/4? Is it a full to 3/4 to bring trajectory down? What about if we choke up an inch and do a full swing? Does that bring the distance down? So now I'm trying to dial in all those different boxes to just not only say, okay, my full 7-iron goes here, but my 3/4 goes here, my trajectory goes to this. That's what top players in the world are able to do on a week-to-week basis.
We'll have a plan that we've got for the start of the season, which he'll tell me what his goals are, and then we have to work out what he needs to do to achieve those goals. So it obviously breaks down from that point onwards. He needs to shoot lower scores, and then how you quantify shooting lower scores is that you need to improve in certain categories on the data collected from ShotLink on the PGA Tour, and that's pretty specific now, so we can use that in our practice sessions. And then after that we need to develop a practice plan that he practices those specific categories, or skills as we call them, and then we test him off the golf course in a practice scenario. So if his scores are getting better in a certain discipline, say for example 50 to 75 yards to a certain proximity, if he's improving in that area on the range, then that should start translating and moving over to the golf course, where those stats will start to improve statistically.
You know, the top players can not only flight the ball, but they know exactly how far it's going. And it's one thing to, you know, to jump into that top 100 or something, but to break into the top 10, it's a whole different level of ball striking, and TrackMan's going to help me get there.